Girl, this happens to me every time. I thought I got an order of fries, which I look forward to so much, but I just ordered some corn, which I feel like was a blessing in disguise because it's a healthier choice. So we got garlic parmesan, lemon pepper, and my fucking favorite, classic hot, which I love to dip the sauce with the fries, but maybe I'm just gonna dip it with the veggies and the corn. I love the fries so much, y'all. You know what? Sometimes it's not even that good. Sometimes it's just too soggy. I had a craving for Wingstop. So I don't want my cats to bother me, and they're going to, but I have my secret weapon, and my cat's chewing a bone. Or my dog is chewing a bone. So, garlic parm. Some of y'all get mad at me for saving food for Jonathan, but that's what happens when you're married. You just share things. Teach their own, I guess. I got 2 blue cheeses and 1 ranch. I used to love ranch the most, and now I just really like blue cheese. Oh my God, bro, not even like 2 seconds. Okay, she doesn't care. Got the table. And I'm like, yeah. I'm so sad about these fries though. Girl, I don't have any plates. Any plates. I can't speak. Paper towels. Classic hot. These cats fuck up my vibe. Okay. Wow, that's good. I got it well done. Today I wanted to try and tell you, okay, hold on. I gotta get paper towels with these cats. This Wingstop is so confusing because their website, it looked like I checked off fries and I did not. I'm so sad about the fries. This is ranch. I feel like I've been trying to tell you guys this story forever, and I feel like there's gonna be continuums of it. Oh, we fight like crazy. Remember I told you guys a story, if you've been following me, of this girl that was what I consider a guardian angel and just so happened to meet me at the right place at the right time, who just so happened to have a portable charger, and I got myself out of a dangerous situation. This story is one of the first times that this has happened to me, where coincidence and timing, it's just too much. This is part of my testimony of finding the big G-O-D again. Like, it was such a miracle. It was crazy. Just nuts. So, I wash my hands, don't worry. Where was I? This is just so delicious. That was good. For those of you who don't know, I'm not like a proud stoner, okay? It's not cool to be like, I smoke. Okay, sorry about this. But I'm sure a good majority of you that watch me are also fellow stoners. And if you're not, don't look down upon me or anybody else for doing it. We're just trying to find our way. Now, I will say Jonathan's more of a stoner than I am. Like, we're just stoners. Like, that's one of the things that we met over was like, hey, you want to smoke? You want to go pet some cats and smoke some weed? Cats are wildin'. I'm not even complaining about the fry situation. I'm just disappointed. I love the combination of the potatoes with the chicken. Ugh. So, I won't focus too much on the year, but this was like I believe the summer of 2018 or the summer of 2019. I'll confirm. Jonathan just called. Okay. I was on Instagram. When I was on Instagram, and I came across what is now more known, but it wasn't really known then, Rolling Loud. And I guess there's multiple locations now, but the original one is in Miami Gardens, Florida. Now, this was a huge thing for me because this was a summer before I turned 30, and I had never traveled by myself, mostly out of fear. And the fact that my parents were like always so overprotective. But I was very impromptu, and I just went for the weekend. Now, I had been to Florida before, but not Miami Gardens, which is not too far from Miami. So, I booked an Airbnb with a family. It was like this Mexican family. So it felt very much like visiting family. The house was like less than 20 minutes away from the venue. And I told them, you know, what I was there for. She was kind of an older lady. And again, I wasn't really there because I was at the concert all day. But they had a nice pool. She made me some food. Very Abuelita vibes. But I am glad I stayed with the family rather than by myself. Because I met some questionable people, y'all. I'll try and link some of the names of the artists that I saw. I've tried to retell this story so many times in the past 5-6 years, but nobody cares because I just feel like I'm the elder millennial who's like reminiscing about my concert days. It wasn't that long ago, okay? It was very liberating. It was one of the best decisions I ever made. And I was completely by myself. I mean, I went there by myself via plane. The first day, I meet this guy who's an Uber driver. And Chris, I can't even tell you his last name. He was my guardian angel. Are you done with your bone already? You know, we started talking. It wasn't anything like too weird, but the best way I could describe it, like, he was like a teddy bear Puerto Rican man. Just a sweet, little overweight Puerto Rican guy named Chris with black glasses. Like, you've met one, you met them all. But he was really nice. Like, at first I was being, you know, cautious. But he was telling me about himself and how he grew up in Florida. And I was obviously looking for weed because the whole point of rolling loud is to roll the loud while rolling with the music that's loud. And I didn't travel with it, obviously. Not that crazy. So he's like, well, I have like my brother, but he's not really around too much. But I'll let you know. Because I don't know if they had dispensaries in Florida now, but there was no dispensaries at that time. Otherwise, I would just take my happy ass to go get some weed. But I spent 3 days there. I didn't find any weed until the last day. And it was from Chris. So he's like, yeah, you know, take my card because it's going to be really busy later on. I think I did it through Lyft because I just have terrible experiences with Uber. He's like, I'll be your ride. Like, I'll come pick you up. He was fine. Well, I spent the day there. I saw good. See a couple artists. And then night rolls around. I think I only spent 2 nights there. I'm not sure. I'm pretty sure it was 3. It was like Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Well, let me get to the gist. The second night rolls around. It's just all over the map, but Again, second day, no weed. No one wants to share their weed, okay? I thought the whole point of, you know, smoking the gun is like pass it, you know, but nobody wants to share it with strangers. And this was before COVID. So I was like, whatever. Well, I got really lucky because Chris picked me up the first night. He was basically my chauffeur for the weekend. So I made a good connect. And the second night, he takes me out for tacos. He was getting kind of flirty. Like complimenting me or whatever. But I just said thank you and like kept it moving. Like the vibe was very like, yes, he was attracted to me, but he cared more to me about like my well-being. And I had a boyfriend at the time. Or at least I said so, I don't know. But he pulled back. I asked him again, like, hey, do you have any weed? It turned out that his brother, it was like his half brother, lived directly across the street from the venue. I didn't meet the brother until the last night. No, I met him that same night of tacos. That's when I get the weed. So I get the weed on Saturday night. Sunday rolls around and I wore some pretty cute outfits, y'all, but like the last day, I'm gonna try to find a picture of it, but it's very like early 2000s where it's like not a shirt, but it's not a dress. And it looked kind of funny on me. I didn't know what to wear underneath, but I did like wear like little shorts, but I just didn't really feel comfortable throughout the day because my shorts kept like falling, and I know I looked classy. At least that's what dude told me. But there was a build up to it, and this is why I'm telling you, but I'm there, I'm smoking. I remember people were walking past me, like watching me roll my own blunt. In between this time, I had met some 19-year-old strippers who were using me to buy them alcohol. Different story for a different day. They obviously weren't real friends. So I had made some friends. So by the third day when I had the weed, I was sharing it with them. She's like, I love you. Because I remember being like, well, whatever. Remember how hard it was for us to find weed? Now we have it, I'm going to share it. But then they kept passing it on to everybody. I'm like, yo, really? There was a lot of in between that happened, but I'm just getting to the gist. Oh man. Look at all this sauce that I could have used for the fries. I'm so sad about that. So at the end of the night, I'm trying to call dude. I'm telling him where I'm at. I'm trying to meet him. Guess whose phone dies again? Bro, my phone was terrible. It didn't matter how long I charged it. It would just die by the end of the day. So, it's the end of the night. Everybody's leaving the venue. Everyone's looking for Ubers. I don't even know how to get back to the abuelita's house, you know? Because my fucking phone died. So I'm trying to remain calm. I'm trying to figure out what to do. I'm trying to figure out where the brother is from where I was at. Because I was just there the night before, but I was just starting to walk towards that general area. So during this time, Chris is trying to hit me up. Can't get through. And the way the venue was for Uber drivers or anybody driving, it was only one direction to go while driving. So unbeknownst to me, as I'm walking out, try to head towards where I thought I remembered where the brother's house was, dude got out of the car, like whatever made him think of this, to walk towards me. And I'm walking, and all of a sudden we see each other and he's like, oh, thank God. And he just hugs me like a big old bear. And I'm looking at this guy like, bro, like, God, like, you saved me again. Like, who the F is looking out for me? My grandma, my grandpa, my brother, like, Holy Spirit. Oh, but during this time when I was walking, some bitch behind me, who was just wearing a bra, by the way, she was, like, talking shit about me, judging my outfit, like, I don't know what bothers me more, the fact that it's like blah, 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 or it's a lack of outfit. And I wanted to turn around and be like, bitch, this whole place is a lack of outfit. Have you seen everybody? Half naked and shit. But she's like, she was like saying like, I don't know what bothers me more, the fact that she is wearing pants, like she's not wearing pants, or like she should be wearing pants. Like, there's no outfit there. It was just a black little dress, but it was like too short. So awkward. So that's when I told dude about it, and I was so upset about it for like years. And he's like, dude, you look classy. Like, so many of those hoes are in there. Like, I'm like, thanks, Chris. After that, it was really sad because we knew we were never going to see each other again. And he, like, wanted to come in. But I was like, yeah, I'm staying with, like, a family. You can't. Sorry. Like, boundaries, you know? And we just, like, held each other. And I was like, shit, I'm never going to see this guy again. And then we kept in touch for a little bit. And I remember one time I was, like, feeling some type of way. And I guess he, like, saw it on my Instagram. And he's like, woman, like, if you can't take over the world, nobody fucking else can. Like, just basically complimenting me, being like, you got everything going for you and more. Just from knowing me for 2.5 days, 3 days. So, thank you, Chris. If you're ever watching this, you a real one. Oh, some of the middle stories. That last night, it started downpouring, thundering crazy. I mean, downpouring. Like in the movies when it's clearly fake-ass rain. It wasn't fake-ass rain. And I wanted to leave so bad, but I knew that I was never going to see Post Malone ever again, even if I was all the way in the nosebleeds. And my ass was hungry, right? And I was really trying not to spend money there because it was so expensive. I have, like, sauce in my hair. But I got this, like, delicious-ass Thai food dish, and I was just, like, grubbing, like, as the rain is falling on me. Movie scene. And this really cute, he was, like, a teenager, like, maybe, like, 19, 20. And he was attractive. I see him from the corner of my eye, going to the, like, bench table with his friends. And I see him kind of, like, glance at me, look down to tie his shoe. And he looks back at me. He's like, hey, hey. And I'm like, what up, you know? He's like, you a real one. You a real one. And I was like, just continue eating. Like, it was just like, I was like, if I'm going to stand out in the rain, I need to fucking eat so I can see this guy. And this was, like, right in the middle of his, like, career. I mean, he still has, like, a whole long career, but, like, the moment was, like, 2015, 2016, he really took off. That was like the beginning. This was like 3 years later, 2 years later. And I cried. I mean, the man has a stage presence, even if it's from a lot of feet away. Those strippers. I liked one the most. She was beautiful inside and out. I mean, people couldn't take their eyes off her in the crowd. I was a little bit of a hater, but I knew, like, meeting her, like, she was just a light, you know? People were like, damn, like, you're so bad. Like, she kind of looked like a white version of Amber Rose. She had the shaved head with the blonde hair. Like, she just was, like, gorgeous. I liked her the most, but you could tell that her and her friends, like, in the beginning were having a lot of fun. And then the 2 other girls who were with her, like, bailed on her. Like, there was drama that happened. And I was like, okay, granted, these people are a lot younger than me, but this is why I didn't want to come with friends, because one of them wanted to go to one concert, one wanted to go here, and I just went to see whoever, whenever. It was tough, though, because J. Cole and Pharrell Williams were playing at the same time, and to this day, like, 95% of people were like, I would want to see J. Cole. Look, on my way out, I saw him on the screens. I heard him. Everyone was going to see J. Cole. I was like, when am I ever going to see Pharrell Williams again? Like, but I'm like, let me go see him. And of course, because everybody was at J. Cole, I was just like this little hippie chick in the middle of the cornfield. Not cornfield, but like grassy knoll. Just like watching him. But yeah, Shauna tapped on my shoulder the first day, asking me how old I was. And I shouldn't have been honest, but when they were like, bitch, you do not look like you're almost 30, I was like, hey. And they were 19, looking like damn near 25. Like, okay, we both look the same age. They said that I look 25, whatever. So, of course, I did them a solid to get them beer. I was like, you know what? No one ever did this for me when I was younger, so I'm going to do it for them. Do I condone underage drinking? No. But I kind of wanted to be, like, the cool mom, you know? I regret it. If I could look back, I'd be like, I don't feel comfortable with that, sweetie. Like, find somebody else. I'm too old. Yo, just fucking cat. Pussy weapons. But yeah. I saw a lot of really cool people. I met a lot of cool people. I briefly talked about some of the people I've seen before, but I don't even want to get into that because I talked about it. I was mostly just amazed at the fact that I got to meet such an awesome person who not only helped me out in my time of need, but was just, I mean, he was probably trying to get in my pants, but I put good boundaries. It wasn't weird. I got my weed through brother. I mean, chubby Latino men usually really like me. They're cute. They're like little teddy bears. But he was so sweet. I'll never forget his kindness. Like, you know when they say that somewhere out there there's a stranger that remembers you because of how kind you were? Literally will never forget the guy. Literally owe him my life. The fact that we just crossed paths literally like right into each other, I'm just like, I've never felt so safe. I mean, I have, but like, he was just like the, oh, thank God. And you should have seen the look of worry on his face when we didn't like make eye contact. Like, I didn't realize it was him. He was just like, but we put two and two together. Like, he telepathically communicated where I was like, okay, there's only one direction I can go. I'm just gonna start walking this way. He got out of the car, started walking towards me. Hallelujah. Praise the Lord. But yeah, women, young ladies, if you're traveling by yourself, always make sure to leave your locations on with your friends and family. Tell them your whereabouts. Stay with somebody you know. Or, you know, anything can happen anywhere at any time. And, you know, you just gotta be aware of your surroundings. Granted, I could have ended up murdered easily many times throughout my life. And or hurt in some way. And hopefully that still does not happen. But I'm very, very grateful to have him on my back. You know, like, watching out for me, protecting me. Some people are like, oh, like, I don't need to explain why I believe in God. But I've just had way too many, like, good experiences to happen. Like this, where I should be in a more dangerous situation and I get out of it somehow. Somebody's looking out for me, or we're just in a video game, or both. Oh, yeah. This was also my third or fourth time seeing Tory Lanez. And he did the same routine every single time. It's kind of like the guy who just, like, does the same position every time in bed. And you're just like, dude, like, you gotta just stop. I seen you at the Vic in Chicago. I seen you at Rolling Loud, and then I forgot where else I had saw him. I think he opened up for somebody that I saw. And he was always, like, this was before the whole thing with Megan Thee Stallion too. Like, I knew he was crazy. Dude was like tripping on something, like jumping up in the crowd. Like, I'll show multiple videos of that too. Like, I'm gonna take my time and find this for y'all. And I'm like, bro, like, this guy needs to quit it. But yeah, thank you for reminiscing. It was kind of, you know, it wasn't like a bad story. It was just like a cute story. Like, hey, this is why I believe in my higher power. And truly believe that I'm protected. That doesn't mean to put myself in crazy situations. Like, I don't anymore. Like, I'm too old for that. But you live and you learn. You definitely live and you learn, because I have definitely been in some questionable situations. But yeah. Ooh. I'm still getting over from the sickness. It's been like 2 weeks. Insane. I definitely have chicken in my teeth. See you next time.